Welcome to episode 2 of Real Talk with Mark Salerno. I am your host, Mark Salerno, and today I will be revealing my top 4 strategies that I use to advance my real estate business. I promise you, if you apply these 4 marketing strategies to your business operations, your brand will stand out from your competitors and your brand will always be top of mind with your potential clients. So, keep listening. It's the fall season, and I usually start my day in the morning with an iced coffee or with an espresso, and I'm sure you guys do the same. The real estate market feels like it's changing a little bit. We have come out of a very, very heated summer season. We had a solid 2 to 3 months where things were going multiple offers, and don't get me wrong, they still are, but certain areas are starting to cool down a bit, which is normal. You can't just keep going up, up, up. So, one thing that has been a game changer for me is my marketing. And being a realtor and having your own brokerage, you really do need to carry the weight of finding new leads consistently to keep the business going. Without clients, you have no business. So, let's dive into it. So what we're going to talk about today, and the main heading for this episode, is 4 effective strategies that you should use in real estate. The first and most important strategy that you should never miss out on, regardless of what business you own. It doesn't matter if you have a big industrial business or a small cafe. This strategy is extremely important whether you are a B2C or a B2B. Social media marketing. And for anybody that doesn't know those 3 lingos, it's business to business and business to customer. It's free to use. It's available to anyone at any time and at no cost, and you can reach your potential buyers directly. The time has moved from traditional marketing into digital marketing, and staying up to date with social media advances will allow you to have a competitive advantage. The majority of people are not only using their phones 24/7, but they depend on it. I know I do. My screen time is like 13 hours a day. So we can't go a single day or even an hour without using our cell phones. Building a strong social media marketing plan and implementing it will definitely increase the chances of having your brand show up on their phones. You will always want to be top of mind with your clients and your followers. That being said, you should post consistently. Create engaging content that not only promotes you, but your brand, and it adds value to your online community. If you only post content about yourself and things that you sell, the likelihood of having a follow-unfollow ratio will be quicker and higher, and you don't want that. You want to focus on building, as I said, an online community. You want to be the source that your clients get all the information, updates, and to be the brand that they can relate to and feel valued. This is how you build a stable and strong online brand community. A business is just like a relationship between 2 parties, both having the need to feel valued by one another, and giving value to the other sustains long-term goals. One thing that I have been focusing on with my social media strategy is not to be a one-trick pony and relying on one platform, because if you only go with one platform, what happens if, for example, they were to cancel Instagram one day and that was the only part of my business that I'd have? I'd be screwed. So branching out to other platforms may be, not the most convenient thing for you, because now you have to manage multiple platforms, but it will bring you more leads and it will bring you more brand awareness, which is very crucial. However, make sure that you're active, you're posting consistently, and you're engaging with your followers, and maintain your social media accounts. Do not only use Instagram, for example, because it's popular. Use Twitter for the opinionated people, LinkedIn for the professionals, Facebook for the public showcasers, YouTube for the casual watchers, and if you take this advice, maybe you'll start your own podcast one day in something that you excel at too. So I'm going to give you guys a personal example. Back in 2006, 2007, I got on Facebook, and I was 21 years old at the time. Most of us were out there posting photos from, the night out at the club or at a friend's birthday party. I decided to say, hey, you know what? I got this free platform. Maybe I can start marketing my real estate listings on there. And that's exactly what I did. That's one of the first spots I actually started putting my listings up. And people at the beginning were saying, why is this guy using Facebook to post real estate listings? Because I like to think that we're innovative and we like to take advantage of what we have. And Facebook was the first place that we did it, and you see the results. Next thing I'm going to talk about is TikTok. Now, TikTok, People looked at it as a children's app and there's only 7 and 8-year-olds on it. But guess what? During quarantine, people flocked to TikTok like never before, and of all age groups. I was one of them. I started promoting my listings on Facebook, TikTok, and all of my social media platforms. So TikTok, funny enough, 6-7 months later, we have 70,000 followers. People like real estate. Real estate's something that people talk about all the time. So expand your horizons and get onto every platform you can. But one thing that's very important about this, you need to figure out what works for you. Don't just look at what I'm doing or what other realtors are doing. If you're a realtor, figure out your niche and what resonates with your followers. It'll help you grow. Be original, don't be a copycat. Yes, social media marketing is free. However, it does require a ton of time and energy to maintain. When I was building up my social media on, for example, Instagram, I would invest 4 to 6 hours a day on the platform building it. So you need to plan, you need to strategize, and you need to create content and post it. I can't stress this enough. It's simple, yet so many people get lazy. A lot of people tend to just post content online and don't come back to reply to any of the comments or the DMs, which can decrease the retention rate. You also want to remind your community by engaging with them that you are there to hear them. Sometimes non-followers will comment on a post of yours that showed up on their Explorer page. By responding to the comment, you let the other person know that you're giving a second chance to check out your profile, and if you decide that you're worth the follow or not. Honestly, I could go on and on for hours about this topic, and there are tons of marketing tips and tricks that involve the customer behavior aspect that you're using and interacting on social media that can maximize the performance of your business. So I discussed earlier that whether you have a small or big business, it is important to implement social media marketing. I can't stress this enough. If you're not on social media, you are going to be left behind. Not only does it increase brand awareness, brand recall, and positive brand image, but trustworthiness and being easily available on your fingertips, but it also improves the support and SEO of Google ranking. So that's why I say there's so many different things that go into the social media aspect. This leads us to the second strategy that I highly recommend you use in order to make your business grow online. Establish and create a well-synced SEO strategy that can be implemented throughout your business. If you don't know how to manage your search engine optimization, then invest in someone who knows how to do this, because it can be greatly complicated. Guys, myself, I have nothing. I don't know anything about SEO, so I did that exact same thing. I invested in a person who runs my entire SEO because there's so much importance behind it. Don't just click onto an ad of search engine optimization. I did that 10 years ago, and let me tell you, I spent about 10 grand and they did nothing for me. So make sure that the person you're finding and investing in is someone who's actually legit and can actually show you proven results. Considering that everybody literally uses their phones all the time, even when driving. And yes, I know that many people are guilty of this, and I do not condone people texting and driving or searching on the internet while driving, but they are. We live in a very populated city. There's a lot of traffic, and the first thing that people tend to do is grab their phone. So they may not even be looking at the billboards that are up on the road anymore because people are on their phone. It's scary. I don't condone it, but people are always looking at them. Optimizing your search engine on your website is crucial, and also with your blogs. You need to get your Google rankings up. People tend to think it's as simple as just putting a few keywords here and there and then you're set. You're not. You can't do that. And if you want to utilize and optimize it to the highest potential, you're going to need to compete for that #1 spot on Google. Last thing you want is to have a potential buyer try and search top realtor in Vaughan and you don't show up on that list. You need to populate yourself to the top, and optimizing your Google search will do that. I'm going to get a bit technical here, but this could really be a game changer to your business. When managing your SEO, you want to make sure that you evaluate your competitors' rankings and websites as much as you analyze your own. Things like meta description, title tags, permalinks, content tags, and very carefully chosen keywords based on the analyst can set you apart from others. SEO is not only good for Google rankings, but it also gives your brand authority and it enhances the user-customer experience. The third strategy that will push your social media and online brand on Google search and other sites is digital ads. We have discussed how important it is to increase your brand awareness, be top of mind, increasing the user experience for clients, etc. To take the digital marketing aspect a step further, you're going to need to use strategy number 3. Maximize your online reach by investing in digital ads. Each social media platform covers different target segments and groups. And as a real estate broker, we know that the home buyers can be anyone and they can come from anywhere. They are tweeting about politics, posting vacation pictures on Instagram, searching directions on Google, watching recipe videos on YouTube, and so forth. Each social media platform is an opportunity to remind people that you are the company that exists and you are the person that is just one click away. So have you guys ever heard of the saying, opportunities do not knock on the door, you have to create them? Well, I'm a strong believer in that. And that's why being easily available for people is what you need to be to make your business more successful. Otherwise, someone else is going to be there and they're going to take it from you and then you're going to cry about it later. And in today's age, you are not competing directly with other brokerages or realtors as much as you are competing with viewers' attention and staying top of mind. I can't stress this enough. These 3 strategies support one another for your business. Although our society has almost completely shifted into a digital world, we should not forget to use traditional forms of marketing. The last but most important strategy is number 4, remarketing and regular follow-ups. Think about how many potential buyers you have let slide by because you didn't follow up with them, maybe after a showing or after a phone call. And I'm guilty of it too. There's probably many of us that have done the exact same thing, but you cannot let this continue to happen. That's why I'm here to tell you, do not make that mistake. No matter how busy you are, follow-ups are easy to do. It only takes a couple seconds to make that phone call or to send that text message. You need to do this to retain clients. So I spend a good chunk of my morning calling realtors and potential buyers just to follow up and see what they felt about the home that they saw last night. You never expect just having that one extra conversation potentially with an agent will spark another conversation with their clients, and Larry O.B. keeps getting in the way, and it may result in a deal. This is how you stay connected with your clients and they feel that you're giving back. They also trust your opinion. When you give your expertise and recommendations based on the feedback that you're actually getting about the property. Every Monday morning, we have office meetings, and I consistently remind my team members how important feedback and follow-up calls are. If the clients don't show interest, then you must show the interest. If you don't make the call, then you simply don't know what is wanted differently. Usually, your client's concern is something that you could possibly help with, but without communication, you just won't know. If you don't follow up, your clients may even find another realtor that will be more available. That's why you should always be careful, especially in a saturated real estate market as we have here in Ontario. We have over 56,000 realtors. It is important to retain your customers and remind them that you are available to their needs even when they don't imply that they need you. Even if you've signed off on a deal, you should still call them to congratulate them and send your warm wishes. Ask them if they need anything or if you can make the moving process a little bit easier for them. Nothing makes a client feel like they have been served by the best in the business and by someone who truly cares about them more than when you call them back after a deal. It's the cherry on top. Also, use online ads to remarket to your customers who have either visited your website in the past or a similar site or been exposed to your ads in the past. As a follow-up, and remarketing is part of your CRM, you can definitely build a strong long-term relationship with your clients. Going back to the digital aspect of marketing, email marketing is another way for you to follow up with your customers and to remarket. Having a CRM system in place or a third-party software to organize your segment email list to send to people emails based on the different types of follow-ups. For example, you may have a separate pre-written email template for when you close the deal with a client versus emailing particular visitors of a particular property that they may visit on your online site. In terms of traditional marketing, phone calling and reaching out to clients directly is great, but also sending out flyers and going door to door in neighborhoods that you're currently selling in or sold in is a great remarketing reminder that the neighbors should consider your business. Nosy neighbors always keep an eye on what's selling in their areas, so reintroducing your brand to them and showing up can make a big difference. Yes, it takes a lot of money, a lot of time, and a lot of energy, but it's worth it when you end up getting leads. Trust me, guys, I've been doing this for 15 years, and if you want to follow in the footsteps of myself and maybe other successful realtors, this is what you're going to need to do. I guarantee if you use these 4 tips, now, number 1, being active on social media. Number 2, utilizing your SEO. Number 3, running digital ads. And number 4, having a follow-up system in place, you will be way ahead of your competitors. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this podcast today. This is episode 2, signing off. Your host, Mark Salerno. Hope you guys have a fantastic day and stay tuned for episode 3.